Before the millions, before the blockbuster movies, before Hollywood knew his name, Jason Statham was just a boy on the cold streets of London. At 14, he sold fake perfume, jewelry, and watches to survive. This was no game, no dare, just hunger and necessity. He learned to read people, to charm strangers, to perform without an audience. Poverty left no margin for mistakes. Each day was a lesson in survival. Each sale, a small victory. It was a harsh education in resilience and grit, forming the foundation of a life that would later defy expectation and transform failure into triumph. Childhood of hard lessons. Jason was born on July 26, 1967, in Shirebrook, Derbyshire, a small English town where ambition felt like a luxury. His mother, Eileen, danced for a living. His father, Barry, sold whatever he could on street corners. Money was never in the house, only the constant hum of survival. Childhood for Jason meant work, humiliation, and self-reliance. While other kids dreamed of holidays, he counted coins. While others played, he honed instincts that would later define his career. Beneath the hardship, a quiet determination formed, a need to claim something in the world that belonged solely to him, something beyond the streets and beyond scarcity. Discovering martial arts. The first thing Jason claimed as his own was martial arts. After long days on the streets, he trained in Chinese kung fu, kickboxing, and karate, embracing precision, repetition, and pain. The dojo became a sanctuary where poverty didn't matter, and effort was the only currency. Discipline was a lifeline, teaching him control, focus, and endurance. These lessons learned in sweat and bruises would later translate to a career of physical extremes and action sequences. Martial arts wasn't just a hobby. It became a blueprint for resilience, a template for mastering his body and mind, and a way to survive the chaos of his early life. Falling in love with diving. At 15, Jason discovered another escape: diving. He possessed a rare fearlessness in the air and natural grace when falling. He joined the British National Diving Squad, immersing himself in a world that demanded both courage and precision. For the first time, he had a dream that belonged solely to him. 12 years of relentless training followed. Mornings before sunrise, evenings until exhaustion, weekends perfecting rotations on the 10-meter platform. Competitions became both a test and a teacher, with success narrowly out of reach. The Olympic podium eluded him, but the process instilled resilience, focus, and a skill set few could ever imagine would save his life. Chasing a dream that never arrived. Jason represented England at the 1990 Commonwealth Games in Auckland and finished 12th at the 1992 World Championships. Twice, he narrowly missed Olympic qualification. The disappointment was immense. 12 years of sacrifice had not produced the dream he chased. He carried this loss silently, a weight in his chest. But though the podium remained out of reach, the discipline and fearlessness cultivated over those years became invaluable. The diver he was trained him for the man he would become. Every failure, every moment of exhaustion and despair, quietly shaped a resilience that would later allow him to survive life-threatening circumstances and thrive under pressure. Returning to the streets. When the Olympic dream ended, Jason returned to the streets, the only economy he had ever truly understood. He sold fake jewelry and perfume alongside his father, perfecting the art of making the worthless appear valuable. What felt like regression was actually preparation. The lessons of hustling, reading people, performing under scrutiny, and surviving with nothing would later translate to the ruthless physicality, discipline, and tenacity required in Hollywood action roles. Each small humiliation, each challenge, was a training ground for a life that demanded adaptability, courage, and relentless focus. The boy who failed publicly was quietly preparing for something extraordinary: discovery and modeling. A breakthrough came when a modeling agency noticed him training at Crystal Palace National Sports Center. His precise movements and striking build caught the eye of Tommy Hilfiger, Levi's, and French Connection. Suddenly, Jason's face appeared on billboards across London, representing a polished, commercial version of a man who still survived in the shadows. By day, he was a model. By night, a street hustler. The duality of his life reflected his resilience and work ethic. He learned to balance appearances and reality, performance and survival, an early lesson in navigating worlds that demanded different versions of himself, all while staying true to the core of his discipline and training. The Black Sea ordeal. Years later, during a film shoot, Jason faced a terrifying test. Trapped in a sinking truck 60 feet underwater, alone in the dark, he confronted a moment where every lesson from his past either saved him or killed him. Panic threatened, but his diver's training took over. While crew members watched in horror, Jason swam to the surface and immediately resumed the scene, demonstrating a composure and fearlessness few could imagine. The skill that had once felt like failure, the years of Olympic diving training, was now his survival tool. That moment crystallized everything he had endured, proving that resilience and discipline are not just abstract virtues, but lifelines. Transformation into action star. Jason Statham's transition from diver to actor was seamless in its intensity. Sylvester Stallone remarked that without his diving background, Jason might not have survived the underwater stunt. His physicality, precision, and pain tolerance became the cornerstone of his career. From the streets of London to the sets of Hollywood, Jason leveraged everything life had taught him: discipline, perseverance, and an unyielding work ethic. Action roles demanded endurance, fearlessness, and the ability to absorb punishment, qualities forged in the crucible of his youth, martial arts, and diving experiences, transforming him into one of the most reliable and bankable stars in cinema history. Love and family. In 2010, Jason met Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, a Victoria's Secret model. Their connection surprised him. No performance, no version of himself to maintain, just mutual understanding. By 2016, he proposed. In 2017, their son Jack Oscar was born, followed by daughter Isabella in 2022. Fatherhood introduced Jason to a new challenge: presence. For a man trained to endure, survive, and excel physically, the emotional demands of family life required patience, empathy, and consistency. Yet he embraced it. The same resilience and discipline that carried him through poverty, sport, and near-death experiences became tools for love, teaching, and engagement with the most important roles of his life. Career and legacy. Statham's career never slowed. Roles in Hobbs & Shaw earned $13 million. The Meg grossed $530 million worldwide, and The Beekeeper brought $15 million in 2024. Films featuring him have now grossed over $8 billion globally. Yet he measures success differently. Jason advocates for stunt performers' recognition, supporting those who absorb risk without fame. He trains 6 days a week, not for vanity, but because discipline saved his life. He supports children with life-limiting conditions, demonstrating that personal triumph and social responsibility can coexist. His legacy is not only financial or cinematic, it is a testament to endurance, preparation, and using one's experience to uplift others. Lessons in resilience. Jason Statham's life is a story of transformation, not luck. The boy who sold fake perfume on street corners became a diver, an actor, a father, and a philanthropist. Each failure, injury, and loss built something silently, preparing him for survival and success. From Shirebrook to Hollywood, every skill that once felt like failure became a tool for achievement. Discipline, focus, and resilience, forged in the most unlikely places, endure beyond applause, awards, or money. His story is a reminder that struggle is not wasted, and that persistence, even when the dream seems unreachable, creates opportunities that no one else can predict or manufacture. Keep diving. Jason Statham's journey is a lesson in transformation through struggle, from poverty to near drowning, from Olympic disappointment to global stardom. He illustrates that failure can be a foundation for survival and success. The skills we cultivate in hardship often become the lifelines in moments that truly matter. His life urges us to persevere, embrace discipline, and remain fearless when facing the unknown. Keep diving, even when the water is dark, even when the surface seems impossibly far. Because sometimes the skill that feels like failure is the only thing standing between you and the bottom, and eventually, between you and everything you are meant to become.